I first encountered the Enneagram in the context of clinical pastoral education, which is field training for ministers and chaplains. I was at an Enneagram training seminar being led by my CPE supervisor, and there were about 25 chaplains and supervisors in the room, and he was going around taking an inventory of people's type numbers, and I was the only one in the room who didn't know my Enneagram type number. And so when he got to me and he asked, "What's your type number?" I said, well, I'm a little skeptical of these systems. I'm not really sure. I've looked at them, the numbers, and I can kind of see myself in all of them, but I also am not sure that any of them really capture me. So I'm a little suspicious of the system. I'm not really sure. I don't really know. And he looked at me and he said, "You're a type 6," which sort of threw me on my heels a little bit. I was taken aback because, well, you're not supposed to type other people, typically speaking. But I looked at the description a little bit more closely, and I had a little bit of an aha moment, or what's in the Enneagram world known as the uh-oh moment, where I started to see that, in fact, I do run the type 6 patterns, and I've come to identify as a type 6. I say identify somewhat loosely because, of course, we're not actually our type numbers. These are the patterns that we're running, and I'll get into that in other videos. But I started to see that this pattern of testing, this pattern of doubting, this pattern of suspicion is in fact the pattern of the type 6. We tend to doubt and test for consistency, for reliability in order to feel safe in the world. And once we found something that we believe is reliable, we tend to latch onto it with great loyalty. Some would even say in an extreme form, a kind of fanaticism. And so to some extent, this is what's happened to me with the Enneagram. This website's a product of that. And in fact, 6s who, when leaning into their 5-wing or when operating in the social domain, and those will mean more to you as you progress through the website if you don't already know what that means. This particular variety of 6 can do a lot of charts and organizing information, and you'll see all of that represented on the website.